Hello and welcome. I am Shannon Marie, and I am going to be your guide in this journey to manifest like a boss and help you make your dreams and desires finally manifest. So, if you watched video one, we talked about the ask, believe, and receive, and really what that means, and how you can expand your capacity to receive even greater if you tune into each and every one of these details. So, if you are here, you've probably tried manifesting before, you've probably studied the law of attraction. You're probably tired of playing small and self sabotaging and shrinking back into your same pattern and belief, and you're really ready to up level your success. So, again, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Shannon Marie, your soul success coach, and let's go ahead and get this party started. So, the first thing that I want to talk about in manifesting is the ability to get super crystal clear. And I'm going to start by sharing the story of what happened in my journey at first and how it allowed me to align even further with what I was wanting and desiring. And so I encourage you, if you are in a place that you've asked before for something, don't give up on it. Let's come back to it and refocus on it and re-ask, okay? So when I first started my journey, I started thinking about manifesting and I wanted to manifest money. And so I started tuning in and asking the universe, God, and spirit for money to arrive for me. And what started happening actually was something super incredible. But at the time, I was like, what is going on? So I started seeing pennies appear everywhere. They were appearing on the floor, on the ground, in window sills. And even one day as I was driving, one was in my boot. So it became so uncomfortable while I was driving, I actually had to pull over and shake out my boot and out rolled a penny. And I remember in that moment being like, thank you, universe. Now I get to choose again. And so, again, I encourage you, if you've asked for something in the past, this is your opportunity to get super crystal clear and ask again. So, just like when we go onto Amazon, we wouldn't type in that we want a shirt, right? And just let whatever shirt come our way. No, we're going to get crystal clear in what that shirt looks like, what size we want, what style we want. Is it dressy? Is it casual? And that's the same thing that we are going to tune in and really get crystal clear in what and how we ask the universe for the things that we want. So the universe delivers every single time if we trust, believe, and be open to receive. The tricky part is that we often ask and we're not clear in what we want, right? And so how this may look is, for instance, if you're asking for money, what are you wanting to spend that money on? Okay. So is it just that you want the money, or if you want the money in order to allow you to do certain things and experience certain things? Maybe it's to buy a house, maybe it's to expand your business, maybe it's to be able to buy a boat for your family. And so what I encourage you to do is ask in a way and then get really specific in the details of how that experience is going to feel on the other side of the universe delivering. So this does two things for us. It helps the universe know what our order is, because the universe's job is to respond to us and nothing else. And number two, what it does is it allows us to rewire our brain to believe that it's already happening. Okay. So I'm just going to go with the boat for whatever reason that popped up. So I'm just going to go with it and give you an example. So if I am trying to manifest a boat to come, so my family and I can play at the lake in the summer, I'm going to start getting really specific into the details of what I want that boat to look like. Is it a fishing boat? Is it a ski boat? Is it a pontoon boat where we can barbecue and kind of camp out? And so getting really specific in those details, right? Those are three really different experiences. So I hope you see what I'm doing there. And then we're going to zoom in a little bit further. Okay. So let's just pick the pontoon boat for now. And as an example, so if we're manifesting a pontoon boat, I'm going to start getting really clear in what those experiences look like, right? So I always tell people, tell my clients, the best thing to do is to pull in your senses, but also do a little research so you know what you're up against, right? So in those cases of boats, that would be a good thing to research. Okay, these are the type of boats that I can own that can do very different things for my family, but we can still have a great time. So if we were to work on manifesting a pontoon boat, for example, I would start getting really specific into the details of my 5 senses, okay? So this is taste, smell, feel, see, and getting really specific into that. Okay, so I am probably going to think about what am I going to smell in that scenario, right? So I'm on the boat and I may smell barbecue of burgers cooking. Okay, we're going to be barbecuing on the boat and having a great time. I might smell the smell of sunscreen. Just getting into those details of what are some of the things that I might be smelling. Maybe I smell the fresh water, I smell the trees around me, right? What are some of the sounds that I might want to be hearing and experiencing that? I love, love laughter. So for me, I'm really going to be calling in those experiences of laughter. I hear people laughing, I hear boats running on the water. I might hear the crackle of the bonfire up on the beach. So just getting really specific in like, what does this look like? What does this feel like? What is this, all of those senses. Okay. I would also really get into like the taste of it, right? So if I'm wanting to barbecue burgers out on the boat, what do those burgers taste like? Like, you better bet that those are going to be the best tasting burgers of my life in this experience. So I'm curious, how does this feel to be kind of breaking down and getting clear in some of those things? So I encourage you, in part one of your workbook that goes along with this video series, you're going to find exercise to help you get really clear and then get specific in those details. Okay, I want you to just focus on 4 experiences right now, the senses that you want to invoke, and the feeling. So when I am in that experience, I feel super excited, right? I feel loved and nurtured because I'm with my family and nature, which is something that I really enjoy. And so throughout my day to day, I'm going to be looking for activities that can give me that same feeling, because really the universe responds to our zone of attraction, which is what we're going to talk about next. And that is what we feel and how we feel. So if I'm over here looking at my bank account, and for instance, if I were to look at my bank account and say, I can't afford a pontoon boat, then that's going to really put a stop sign up again for the things that I'm desiring, and telling the universe, I don't trust in you enough to believe that you're going to deliver my deepest dreams and desires. And in this case is the example of the pontoon boat. So what is really tricky in that experience is that when we are in our current reality and we're going towards our end goal, our end dreams and desires, it's really easy to get lost in this. And this is where I call it the spiritual muscle, or sometimes people call it the spiritual plank, where it's really having that ability to go back and bridge those 2 gaps with putting yourself into this experience of where you want to be, and pulling in your senses in order to really rewire your brain as if it's already happening for you. And often people tell me, so you want me to make believe? And part of me, my answer is yes, but part of me is, I don't want you to fake it until you make it. I want you to rewire your brain to believe that it's possible. So if you are loving this, join me for video 2, and we're going to break down your belief, why your belief is so important, and how to continue to hold that spiritual muscle and plank for you to manifest like a boss.